Hello, I am live. I'm going to rotate. Not gonna. I don't want my kitchen in the background. Beep, 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 beep. All right, that's a little better, I guess. All right, so today I just unboxed some teas. So we got these are teas that are from the same maker as we visited 2 weeks ago, and I picked up some of the Qizhong. And so today, Instagram do be Instagram. I tried. I'm gonna message the Express VPN because they really should have gotten their shit together on this. And they're not saying there's any problems. Like usually when there's a lot of problems in China, they'll be like, "We're having problems in China," but now they're not saying anything. All right, so this is from the guy from 2 weeks ago, not the guy we visited this week. And he sent me the Qizhong. Well, I bought the Qizhong. It was awesome. I really liked it. Well, not awesome, but it was good. And it was a lot of what I liked. So I was like, okay, and so I messaged him. I was like, do you have anything like that? Anything like that? So he did send me. Oh, so I also got some Treasure. And I think this is a Qilin. Thanks for sending me a packet of Qilin. So I picked up some of that. But also this, and I looked it up this time. It's called Shangxi Ren, which means the fragrance surprises people, and which is a great name. So we're gonna get right into that. I gotta stand up for a second, get a water bottle. It surprises people. Shangxi, like she apparently she means to surprise, like a kind of to surprise attack, to like launch a surprise on people, that kind of surprise. So this is to surprise people. What's hold on, I'll see exactly what it was really. I hate my phone. I had to look it up. Make a surprise tack on, raid. To surprise. To come on to something. Or I think the idea is a surprise, but not like, oh my God, I'm so surprised, but like to jump onto people. To catch off guard. I think it's like to catch off guard. Because when in some of the, oh my God, my phone. To take hold of. Actually, I don't know, to take hold of maybe. I don't know. It seems like this is definitely a more like fancy word, not an everyday Chinese use. So looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Because I also gave him free reign. I was just like, look, just send me something like. So I'm gonna start with that one. Definitely start with that one. Ooh, the smell. It's a good smell. That's a good roast to the smell. I don't think it's too expensive either. Good roast, good look. I could just be getting excited. I might have excitement bias. Good. I can't really turn it too much. I guess I can do that. A good dark color to it. That smells really nice. Kind of stone fruity. I think I would be especially excited if it was the roast I wanted, but if not, I think it's still going to be very good. Speaking of the roast I want, as my water boils, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, why am I so kind of focused on this roast? Is it because it's not just because a good roast is a good roast. If it's light roast, heavy roast, medium roast, as long as it's good, it's good. So why am I so focused on heavy? And there's two reasons. The first reason is I think heavies are hard to find. A lot of people haven't had a lot of heavy, good roasts. So I want to find them for myself because I love them. Okay, that's the other one. It's my favorite roast. I'm being a little selfish here. This is my favorite roast. Um, and yeah, I was actually really surprised when I first came to Wuishan and I found them a lot harder to find than I thought. Um, I I want people, but I also think a lot of people really enjoy them, and a lot of people are kind of missing out on what yenchas can be if they haven't had these heavy roasts. But also, and this is what I thought about yesterday. Um, when I was living in Anhui, I was really looking for one tea at a time. I was looking for Maofa. Now I'm looking for Hokwei. And even when I was looking for Chimen, it wasn't really that many differences. And um, And so now that I'm at Wuishan, it's a whole different game. Like you say, okay, I want a Rogue Way, and they're like, what kind? Like what roast level? Like what? Suddenly, it's a very big change to go from looking for one type of tea to entering a market where there's just so many variations. And I think that's also where it started. Where like I would walk into a shop and they'd be like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what they like. Where do I start?" And so I think I'm starting with, and there it is, there it is. It's like, where do I start? I'm starting with heavy roasts. That's what I'm starting with. I am not against that idea, to be completely honest. Okay. I'm wearing a very, very, very fragrant. So that was a little bit of sandalwood. That was super fragrant. Using the Buddha cup. Is that on my fingers? Am I smelling that tea? Please make this the aroma of the tea. No, it's on my fingers. Okay, so we're looking at a medium to high roast. Man, this really lasted. I'm gonna give some. Oh, that's a much better angle. Some to the monkey head, some to the thingamadoo. That's pretty good. Let's get right into that second steep because, ooh, that's sweet. That's actually pretty good. So we're looking at a medium roast here, but very, very fitting. This is the other thing I've always kind of had to, when I talk to the people about, looking for a heavy roast, I'm like, look, I want a heavy roast, but I also understand that not every tea should be heavy roasted. So this might be able to take a slightly bigger roast. Wow, that's a really nice aroma. Wow. What is that aroma? Oh, this is good. There's a lot of depth to it. Let me just check. I don't think it's that expensive either. I feel like it's around the same price as, yeah, no. Yeah. That's a Beidou. Okay. That's the other one. That's what's in the bag. So this is around the same price as Maofeng. So we're at a medium to heavy roast, and we're looking at not medium, upper medium roast, but like a good depth, a good balance of flavors. There's kind of this like fish oiliness to it, which is nice. It's very slick. It's very oily. It's very like fishy, but in a good way, not like a stanky way, but in that nice, like smooth, slick, sweet. Think of more of kind of the texture of fish oil. Like it doesn't really taste fishy. Like God, man, that's sandalwood. I put it on this morning or this afternoon, I guess. But damn, that really lasted. Some potent shit. What else am I getting in there? There's stuff in there. This is what I've not been good at. I'm not one that's very good at flavor notes like pears and cherries and peaches. Are peaches? Apricots. There's definitely an apricotness to this. Kind of that stone fruit. Yeah, that apricot-y stone fruit. This is really actually very. This is. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to not get excited. I was about to go. This is really good, and I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm not overplaying. But no, this might actually be really good. Yeah, I think apricot. Actually, apricot is what I'm getting in here. Wonderful question. Like, shut up. Oh, you took the dog bag. That's what. Hold on. Hey! Oh, this better you found it. Sorry. Yeah, I think my favorite light, and I mean light roasted tea, is Aijiao Oolong. Aijiao Oolong is a tea that is very, very light roasted, but just the complexity and the aroma. And Aijiao Oolong is a fantastic tea to be light roasted. Um, Other teas can be, I mean, not Mejan, definitely not Mejan. Mejan heavy roast all day. Aja, but then other teas that light roast, Beidous and Treishas. Treishas can be good light roasted. Chilans. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting. I think the lightest roast that I would consider to be appropriate for that tea is Aijiao Oolong. Um, Aijiao Oolong is an amazing tea that is probably one of the lightest roasts. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I am very impressed. It's balanced. It's the roast level is great because there is this depth to it. There is this, and I think, and so maybe this is what when we talk about appropriate roasts, I think a lot of it has to do with depth, where if something is not roasted high enough, it's not the tea doesn't have it has aromas and it might be complex, but it doesn't have depth. It's a little bit simpler tea. If a tea is roasted too high, then yeah, it's going to kill the depth. But I think for me, depth is where How are you still on my fingers? I think depth is where we are, is what is achieved by a good roasting. I think that might be one of the best ways to talk about why a suitable roasting is important. Depth. We'll let that sit for a while, actually. We're going to do like one last tip on this, nice and long, because I do want to switch to the other teas. It does break my heart. I really don't want to. The body is and it's sort of similar to like a red tea. Like you think about the body that like a Jimin or a Dian Hong has, that level of body, but with some texture, with some kind of that stony rockiness that you want from a Yensha. This is good. This is good, and it's for a really good price. Is it? I'm gonna check the price again. No, it's about the exact same. It's a little more expensive than the Malfang, but not by much. Not soft. Not soft. This is still Yensha. You know, you taste it and go, this is Yensha. There is stony, minerally, like the texture is like stone, like wet stone. Yeah, texture is like wet stone, not like rough, hard in your mouth stone, but like cliff, like it's Yensha. I might actually like this better than I like the Qijong. This is just a little more complex. There's more going on. Sandal. Every time I'm like, ooh, sandalwood. No, that's my fingers again. Ooh. Doing the gram. For the gram. All right. So we're just gonna slap this bad boy over here. Ooh, it's so hot. All of this, by the way, you can't see it's below the screen, but all of this is resting on a cardboard box, which makes me super fucking nervous. All right, let's get into the trace. It does smell nice. So I always I eye my Yenshas a lot. And when I eye my Yenshas, this is more or less what I do. This is more or less 8 grams. You know, it's filled up. It's filling up the Gaiwan, but it is coming just short of the lip. So there is some space for expansion. Rob, I really need to measure my Gaiwans. I always get asked this question and I can never answer it. Hmm. This will be the second treasure. I was in another shop not too long ago, um, and I got really excited thinking she was going to have good treasure, or just good teas, but she didn't really. So that might be what you're thinking of. There's another shop, but get the water boiling on that next one. Yeah, Tricia is your jam. I specifically asked for Tricia because I knew you wanted it. There's another guy I know who has a Tricia. Maybe I'll go see him tomorrow. Interesting. It's very hot. I need to give that a second to cut the water. It's super hot. Jesus Christ. This Tricia is actually a little bit lighter, a little more complex in a way. A little lighter. It's a little more fresh. Um, Give me a second. I'm gonna put the computers down for a little bit. That's Chilan. There's a packet behind the computer, but it's Chilan and not Tricia. Hmm. It's lighter. The body's a little softer, but it just feels more lively. It just feels more fresh. It feels more cha to it. Um, oof, excuse me. Kind of like it a little more. The Tricia from the other guy was solid. It was solid. It was just simple, solid, good body, good flavors, but a little simpler. This is, and I think this is more expensive. Yeah, I think it's about twice the price. Um, I think this is better. I like this one better actually. It's livelier. It's livelier. There's more to it. Um, yeah, this is better, in my opinion, for what I look for in a tea. Um, a little more complex. Has really, really interesting like mouth feel, mouth dynamic. It feels like things in my mouth are much more interesting. I'm comparing it to the one that went out to the one that went out for the group buy. So the first one I sent you. I'm comparing it to that. How is this sandalwood still? think I'll check the date now so I can start thinking, oh, I still got a couple weeks before I get my next paycheck. But I might get a little some. No, you gave up. Yeah, it'll come up when you're least expecting it. Okay, a little more flavor there. Now we're getting like caramel, like that caramel sweetness, a little bit of that caramel thickness. A little less bright, a little less lively. Salivating though, which is nice. I think it's just seems to be a little more interesting than the first one. You know, the first one was good, but it was pretty straightforward and plain. Well made, good quality, but straightforward. This one's a little more, gives you more to think about. Yeah. All right. But at the end of the day, it's, and you will. I will definitely send you some. Ooh, that's hot. Ah, that's super hot. All right. Tea number 3. 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 This one's very conveniently in a bag. That's funny. Oh my God. Like for a right-handed man, I tend to hold a lot of my tea stuff with my left hand. Beidou, from my experience, is another really simple tea. I actually remember there was one time when the first time I had Meijan, and it was amazing. I had gotten it. It's the first time I had an amazing Meijan. I was here in China with a guy who doesn't make it anymore. And I was at his shop and we were tasting all these teas, and I was like, okay, and we tasted a Beidou, and I was kind of like, eh, and he was like, yeah, eh. But as I was buying stuff, I was like, screw it, let me buy it. That was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Hello. Have I spoken too soon about light roasted teas? I'm sorry, what? Wait. What just happened here? What is happening in this tea session? This is probably the darkest roast I've had of the 3. This is the darkest roast I've had of the 3. But what's happening here? I don't understand. Teapots are getting a lot of love today. No, the Qilin, I thought that was a joke. So this is not Qilin anymore. Now we're in Beidou. This is Beidou, not Qilin. Now in Beidou. This is not aged either. I thought that was a joke. You know, yeah, no, I thought you were saying because you can't find yours, it was going to become aged. That would have been cool. I'll give you that. So okay, this is interesting. Now this is interesting for a few reasons. So this is a heavy roast. This is a heavy roasted um, bay dough, which is interesting because everything I tried about bay dough in the past and my favorite bay doughs have not been heavy roasted. My favorite bay dough is other. Yes, my story was. So I went to. So I was buying bay dough from this guy, and I was buying these teas from this guy. And I was like, okay, let me get some bay dough. And I was like, when we tasted the bay dough, I was like, eh. And even he was like, eh. I like when makers are like, yeah, it's not my best. Um, but I was like, yeah, let me buy some bay dough. I go home. This is back. I lived in Huangshan, so I went from Wuhan and back to Huangshan. I finished the bay dough first. I actually finished the bay dough so quickly, just because in its light roast and in its simplicity, it was just so easy to drink and just drink and drink and drink that I drank all of it. Like I think within 1 or 2 weeks I drank 50 grams. Um, so that's my knowledge more or less of Beto, and I never really saw it. Okay, but that was a light roasted tea. That was like very Chilan Treasury. Um, so here we have this one, which is Beto. That's Beto. Actually, no, it's Beto. Even I don't know where I'm from. We go dough. What's good though? Yeah, New York. That's that New York slang. Hey, yo, what's good though? That's my son though. What's Beto? What's good though? Questions in New York are such a dangerous thing. Like, oh yeah? Like, oh yeah? What's good though? What you trying to do? Like these are the questions come before fights. Questions in New York are dangerous. I know. What you trying to do? I like that. I like that. What you trying to do? Can that be a shirt? What you trying to do? I like that one a lot. Anyway, um, okay, actually, Fahad, what is your experience with Beto? Do you find Betos to be um, do you find Betos to be heavy roasts, lighter roasts? What are your experiences with Beto? Have you had Beto before? I'm asking Fahad because Fahad has had everything by everyone. Never had it. Ah, if there's going to ever be someone who had it, it would have been Fahad. Okay, so a couple of things here. Um, my Bay, Bay loyal. She's not for everyone. She loyal. That's loyal Bay. Bay loyal though. So this is interesting. This is interesting because I do, in a way, I liked the original. I liked the first Beto I had better with the lighter roast. Are you still waiting for that? Jesus Christ. Let me see what's good with that. They should have fucking Jesus Christ. Hold on, I'm literally going. Don't tell them. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they should have by now. They should have by now sent out sent it to the shipper at least. The only thing I can imagine is that it's gone to the shipper. Fuck, at this point, I'm about to tell them just to send that shit back. All right, I sent them a message just to see if they'll tell me anything. That's crazy. That's nuts. I'm sorry. I'll send you a small package to tie you over. You got to get some tea in you. A lot of too much shit in there for you to be waiting this long. I'm sorry. I'll send you something to tie you over. All right. So, okay. So this one, I would say on the one hand, Yencha for breakfast. Boom! And if Ian says it, you know it must be right. On the one hand, like, as I think this tea would be a little bit better if it wasn't so roasty. But on the other hand, like, this was almost exactly what I was looking for a couple weeks ago, where it's just a high roasted, affordable tea. It's looking like my dinner at this point. Breakfast for champions? No. Champions. You know, this is like a nice tea for like, you just want something roasty. You want something roasty and simple. This is a nice tea for that. Yeah. Yo, they do be dense. Oh yeah, no, Yencha don't fuck around. Like that shit is hardy. That shit like there's a reason I only did one or two steeps of some of these Yenchas right now. And especially I remember like when I first started drinking Yencha after coming from Huangshan, like that's one of the reasons I liked it because you can drink Maofeng, you can drink 3 Maofengs and it's just so light. But you drink one Yensha and it's just boom, like especially if you do the full steeping. Yes. Beans and eggs. Is it beans and eggs? You don't do check him head. Is this racist? Rice and beans? That's not racist, right? It's not racist. Say that to the nation. Nunu, are you stuck? Nunu might be stuck. Or Nunu, she's not stuck. She just wants me to come take her down. So I think, hey, you. Rice and beans will forever be like that's the best. If you're ever on a budget, rice and beans, that shit will give you energy. That shit will get you through the day. That shit will get you through the day. Rice and beans, or recently, if you got like a little bit more money, but still not a lot, chicken and potatoes. I've been on my chicken and potato shit recently. Or eggs and potatoes. Chicken potatoes. Because my ass has still not gotten a full paycheck since January. Rice, beans, cabbage. Ooh, that does sound nice. I tried making sauerkraut recently. I ate that shit way too quick. Like I need like if next time I make sauerkraut, I need to make a shit ton of it. That way, like I can eat it and then still have it age. So talked to the guy today. He says he has it. Um, God is good. God is good. Good for you too. We talked because we talked. This is when I was talking to him about the 70-year-old tea tree Mejan, the light roast, and I was like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't even dropped, Mr. Pro Move. my new nickname, Mr. Pro Move. That was not a day for Pro Moves. I sat outside in the sun waiting for that bus for like 45 minutes. I don't know what the fuck happened with that bus. At least it wasn't dropped. I've dropped a few things. Like falling on my pocket, Mr. Pro Move, my new nickname. I am now Mr. Pro Move. I'll go change it in the Discord. Yeah, wow, that really bit me in the ass. I felt real fucking pro too, bringing my own teacup. That shit, that fucking brought my own teacup, then I left it at the tea house. Yeah, kimchi is better, Ethan. You're definitely right. You gotta like buy extra stuff for kimchi. Like whatever the hell's in kimchi. It's better for you too. No, and it's I forget when did I realize? I realized like either getting out of the cab, and I just immediately knew, and I was just like, oh god damn it. I've been dogging on the shop. The market near my house has like fermented string beans. I've been dogging on that shit recently. Yeah, but what's the red? What's the red? The red is like the red is not cardamom. What makes it red? What? Not cardamom. I don't even remember. Hot pepper flakes. There's not. They don't put like not paprika. Is it paprika? Okay, maybe somewhere I saw a recipe, and they what's the red herb? The red powder, whatever that is. They told you to mix that in. Turmeric. Yep, like a cup of hot pot. Okay, that's not so bad. Because I forget what they. I think it was turmeric is what they told me to put in. It was like one of those like expensive herbs. So I'm like, I'm not really trying to do that. I'm gonna get my kimchi. Turmeric is yellow. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's much more affordable then. I'm very happy to hear that. Maybe I'll get into that then. I'll look in that this week, and I will just buy a shit ton of cabbages and just jars and just start ferment. I don't know why I keep looking over my shoulder. And get into that. All right, I'm gonna cut this one here. That Shang-Chi Ren was awesome. That's going on the fucking website. I don't know when it's going on the website. Excuse me. That is going on the website though. No Chiman. So okay. I will be going to Huangshan. I'll be making a day trip to Huangshan next month to pick up the dog. Another conversation there. And so in that time, I will pop into a few of my the old stomping grounds. Um, but I'm not really trying to do. If I'm gonna, if I do Cheeman again, I want it to like be like the savory Cheeman. I want it to really be good. I want it to be like floral Cheeman where, um, I fucking wish. And there's somebody who knows a maker who does it, but she won't. I think she wants me to buy through her and not through the maker. Like she doesn't want me to cut her out. Because she won't tell me. Because I want to go taste it. Yeah, another thing. I'll look into that again this year. That would be best. That'd be amazing. Um, yeah. Next month I'll go. Um, 'Cause when I go pick up the dog, uh, I'll go to some stomping grounds, talk to some people. Yeah, no, and this was the woman. The first time I bought from her, I bought like 50 grams, and it was amazing. It was everything I wanted, and I drank it so fucking fast. Like I remember it's on my old Instagram, but my tea table was just covered like in piles of spent leaves because I was drinking it, new batch, drinking it, just boom, boom, boom. But then when I tried to buy more, it just wasn't the same. It was just much, much different. Um, and then when I tried to be like, look, can I go to the factory and try it in the factory? She was very like, you can get it through me and yada yada yada. And I'm like, which is weird because me and her have a good relationship. Almost dated once. Um, but I'll look into that again this year. Talk to the woman again. This is Xiao Chow for any of you who know who've been following me for a long time or been to Huangshan. Xiao Chow. The Xiao Chow hooked me up. All right. Yeah, but it was but it's coming from it wasn't from her. She was the middleman, middle woman. Somebody was giving it to her, and then she was giving it to me. So it's not her fault. It's something back at the factory, and I don't know if it's just the year was different or they handed me something else by accident. Um, and which has happened before. It's not the first time it's happened by any means. And I trust her. I don't. She's definitely not the woman to cheat me like this. Um, it's not her. It's not her. It's something. It's a miscommunication. I think it's a miscommunication of the factory or me not being clear. It's more of a language thing than a cheating thing. I think. Um, but this year, I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to see if I can go to the fucking factory. This shit's killing me. But that won't be till September. Because traditionally, there's like it's sort of like Yench apparently with like some resting phases. So that's not going to be till September. But yeah. So that Shang-Chi Ren was awesome. It's definitely going on the website. Probably, yeah. Yeah, but it was, yeah. Who knows? That's going on the website probably next month. I got to get a little bit of money so I can purchase. I'm going to put it into this month's, what's that? I'm going to put it into this month's Yensha box, which will get probably packed up tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I feel. If I'm feeling energetic tonight, and then shipped out tomorrow. Because maybe tomorrow I go back to Wuyishan and look into Beidou and look into Dahongpao. Yeah. All right. And so, okay, so let's talk about the future of Wuyishan, the future of Yensha boxes. No, no, it's the I'm in a tricky spot because right now my current job has yet to give me a work visa for reasons, and that's going to make it really easy to leave because I'm on a T visa, a stay visa. And so if I can find a new job like now, if I can find a new job before they give me a work visa, um, then it'd be really easy to leave. But if I find a new if they give me a work visa, it becomes much harder to leave because they have to cancel my visa and they have to be like, okay, you can go. It's just very hard to do. Um, but I have plans for that. I have plans of arguments to get in with my boss, so he fires me. um, but a lot of job opportunities will happen in August, and I'm already looking into a few possibilities. Um, I'm looking into the possibility of Wuishan. I keep bothering the Wuishan people. I'm actually also looking into a non-T region, Xiangxi, which is near Enshe. It's near Enshe. It's an autonomous region. Um, Beautiful. I'm mostly moving there. That would be a dog motivated move. Um, 'Cause I fucking hate living in an apartment. It fucking sucks here. Because I'm sure I could get a country house there. It's fucking gorgeous. It's ridiculously gorgeous. Um, for no reason. So, and I know people in that area. Um, but yeah. So that that is still a possibility. That conversation has quieted a bit. Um, but and I haven't followed up on that too much because I don't know if that's really what I want. Um, I think I want to stay in a T region. I think right now I'm kind of it's a lot of like self-reflecting. Like, what do I want? Um, you know, I kind of want to either be in a T region or just be in a region that's just ridiculously beautiful. Like a region with a lot of hiking, where I can have a lot of dogs. Um, because I'm losing my mind. I'm slowly going fucking nuts, and I have all these dogs and getting more. I'm fucking nuts. Um, and I think as much as I'd love to be in the wine industry, um, do I want to live in Yangzhou? And there's a countryside in Yangzhou. Um, but I don't know. Something about that just didn't seem. I think I'd rather be in a T region or in a region just super fucking weird. Um, Especially because like I moved to China. I didn't move to China to be. If I wanted to work in a restaurant, I'd go back to fucking New York. Like I didn't move to China to work in a restaurant. So I think that's part of it. I think that's the main thing. Um, I moved to. I want to have experiences that are unique for China. Um, Take the most advantage of living in China. And I think the best ways to do that are to be in a T region or to be somewhere like completely off the map. Um, and yeah, so I think I'm thinking about Xiangxi, um, which is not a T region, but I can still do T stuff via traveling and via online and Weixing. But just that lifestyle. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's always been about it's never really been about the job. Um, it's been about the other things that make me happy, the other lifestyles. And so yeah, and I don't want to go somewhere. Yeah, if I'm working in a city restaurant, while it'd be nice to be in a city again, it's like yeah, I left New York. Like I'm not in New York anymore. But it's but I haven't said no to them. Um, Wooey would be the best. If I can get Wooey and if I can get because even if I can get the Wooey University, and that's my top goal right now. I messaged her once. I'm going to wait a week or two to message her again. Um, but if I can get Wii, that'd be the best because I think if I can get to Wu University, I can get a house in the countryside and bada bing, bada boom. But Jianyang's not working out. It's not getting any better. It's getting, yeah, Jianyang's not working out. So I don't know. Hopefully, a lot of decisions, but a lot of decisions I can't make right now. I do have to wait. I do have to wait some months before before opportunities can become more clear. My situation becomes more clear. We will see. It will be good in the end. It'll be okay. I'm calling it. Wu Cha Plan.